My YouTube channel. Okay, so I just want to say about my YouTube channel that my YouTube channel is like is mainly like for myself. Like I don't want to be like I don't want to sound like egoistic or nothing like that, but I've looked for advice and I've looked for advice and no one says anything and and I have all this stuff to say and when I make videos of it like I hear myself say it and I'm like I'm like entertained. It has my attention. It's very how would you say it? I like to hear myself talk about all these topics. It's comforting. It's comforting. It's to me. I take it as advice to myself, as consulting myself because you know no one helps me. I've asked for advice and people I really you know, at first I would get mad. Why don't you answer me? Why don't you answer a simple question? Why can't you speculate? Why can't you speculate? You know, is what would piss me off the most. It wasn't much that that they weren't giving me the answer. What would piss me off is that they couldn't even speculate, not even a little bit. Give me a piece of your mind is what I would always want when I looked for advice, when I sought advice from somebody. And the emails, like if I make an email, like logically you can make an email and like keep it for the rest of your life. But for some reason the emails they don't work. Like I've tried to make a couple of emails to keep to store everything that my life in there, and I've tried numerous times throughout my life. I've tried numerous times to obtain emails and I just can't do it. It doesn't come to me. Like I'm not able to. And so with this YouTube, I'm able to store my videos. I'm able to, listen to myself, and since they're in my account, I download them and they download instantly into my phone if I ever want to watch them again because there's so many. And so that's what basically my YouTube channel is about, is for myself, for myself, and if I could help anybody along the way touching topic, giving advice, you know what? The more the better, the more the better, but how would you say it? That's what I do want to say that my YouTube channel, I began to make it, these videos mainly for myself, to hear myself, to, how would you say it? To see something entertaining, interesting, because like I hear myself and like I go off and I feel like I'm rapping and things just come out of my mind and when I hear it again and again it's just like I could speculate off what I've said and it's just very entertaining, what I'm saying? Very interesting, versus hearing other people repeat the same things, talk about the same topics over and over and over again. I've heard that before. I've heard that before and I've heard that before. And I hear my videos and it's like I've never heard that before. And I could use it to speculate. I use my videos to speculate, and I just feel that it's awesome and that it works and that's the main reason, to touch topic, and that's why I began this YouTube channel to touch topic, to give advice, and to better life.